Welcome, fellow wanderers, to Offbeat Wanderlust. If you're tired of the same old tourist traps and ready to trade in souvenir shops for salt flats, volcanoes, and ancient ruins, you're in the right place. Today, we're uncovering 11 off-the-beaten-path destinations in South America that you must see before you die. Seriously, some of these spots are so secret even Google Maps had to squint. South America is a wonderland of extremes. Amazon rainforests, Andean peaks, desert landscapes, and cultures older than your grandma's recipes. Fun fact, the continent holds the world's highest navigable lake and the largest salt flat. Wild, right? The best time to visit most of these hidden gems? Between April and October, when the weather's friendlier and the selfie sticks are fewer. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and join our Wanderlust weekly dispatch for travel tips straight to your inbox. All the links are below. Now let's get adventuring. Number 1. The Puna, Argentina. Welcome to the moon. Just kidding, it's the Puna, Argentina's otherworldly high-altitude desert. Tucked way up in the northwest, this remote region is a kaleidoscope of salt flats, turquoise lagoons, volcanic rock formations, and ancient Incan trails. It's like Mother Nature decided to experiment with Photoshop. You'll spot flamingos chilling in the salt lakes, llamas strutting like runway models, and if you're lucky, a vicuna giving you side-eye. Want to level up your trip? Hop aboard the legendary train to the clouds. Yep, it's a real thing, and no, Dramamine won't save you from how stunning those views are. Despite its jaw-dropping beauty, the Puna remains blissfully crowd-free. No souvenir stalls, no overpriced lattes, just you, the sky, and miles of landscape that looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. Bring your hiking boots, your curiosity, and maybe a jacket. It gets cold up there. And remember, altitude sickness is real, but so is the magic. Number 2, Chachapoyas, Peru. If Machu Picchu had a mysterious, underrated cousin, it would be Chachapoyas. Nestled in Peru's lush cloud forests, this hidden gem is bursting with ancient ruins, towering waterfalls, and fog-shrouded secrets. It's like walking through a fantasy novel, minus the dragons, sadly. The star attraction? Quilap, an ancient fortress perched high in the Andes, built by the Chachapoya people, a pre-Incan civilization that clearly knew how to pick real estate. Take Peru's first-ever cable car up the mountain for panoramic views that'll make your camera melt. Looking for something unique? Book a day trip to explore both Quilap and the macro observation point. It's a deep dive into history, nature, and epic views, all in one. Plus, way fewer crowds than Machu Picchu. It's the kind of place that makes you whisper wow every 5 minutes. And let's be honest, that's what Offbeat Wanderlust is all about, right? Number 3. Trujillo and Chiclayo, Peru. If you're into ancient civilizations, big waves, and low tourist traffic, Trujillo and Chiclayo are calling your name, probably in Moche. These northern Peruvian cities are archaeological jackpots, home to jaw-dropping sites like Chan Chan, the largest adobe city in the Americas, and the Huacas del Sol y de la Luna, giant pyramid temples with murals that refuse to fade after 1,000 years. You'll also find tombs that make Indiana Jones look like a rookie, plus local museums packed with gold, ceramics, and stories of warrior priests who didn't mess around. Surf's up too. Nearby beaches like Huanchaco are famous for their reed boats and epic swells. Want a shortcut through history? Join a guided tour through Trujillo's historical complex. It's a crash course in pre-Columbian awesomeness. Fewer tourists, better ceviche, and ancient cities you can walk through without elbowing for a selfie? Yes, please. This is Peru like you've never seen it. Number 4, Uyuni Salt Flats, Bolivia. All right, time to crank up the surreal. Welcome to the Uyuni Salt Flats, Bolivia's dazzling white desert where the sky and earth merge in a mind-bending mirror illusion. Spanning over 10,000 square kilometers, this place is so flat, NASA calibrates satellites here. And let's be honest, you haven't lived until you've taken a photo that makes it look like your friend is being eaten by a dinosaur toy. Visit during the rainy season, January through March, for that magical mirror effect. Or go in the dry months to see endless hexagonal salt patterns that look like Mother Nature's tile work. Bonus, there are cactus-covered islands and rusted train graveyards that look like a post-apocalyptic movie set. Want the best experience? A guided tour with lunch and sunset viewing is the way to go. The colors during golden hour, next level. It's one of those places where silence speaks louder than words and your jaw just stays permanently dropped. Number 5. Samaipata, Bolivia. Tucked away in the Bolivian Andes is the charming village of Samaipata, a peaceful retreat that feels like stepping into a postcard from another era. It's got cobblestone streets, laid-back vibes, and just the right amount of mystery. At the heart of it all is El Fuerte, a pre-Incan archaeological site carved into a giant rock. Picture ancient temples, ceremonial spaces, and maybe a UFO landing pad. No one really knows. Nature lovers rejoice. Amboro National Park is just around the corner, offering hikes through lush cloud forests, red rock canyons, and waterfalls where you can pretend you're in a shampoo commercial. A great way to explore? Join a day tour to Coto de los Andes and El Fuerte. It's part history, part hiking, and all adventure. Whether you're into ancient mysteries, Andean landscapes, or just sipping wine in a sleepy town, Samaipata delivers low-key magic without the crowds. And yes, you'll probably want to stay longer. Number 6. Barichara, Colombia. If colonial charm had a poster child, it would be Barichara. Tucked into the mountains of Colombia's Santander region, this town looks like it was plucked straight from a Spanish painting. Cobblestone streets, whitewashed houses, red-tiled roofs, and zero traffic noise. Cars? Barely a thing here. Peace and quiet? Plenty of that. Barichara is often called the most beautiful town in Colombia, and honestly, they're not wrong. It's the kind of place where time slows down and you catch yourself taking a picture of a doorway, because even that is scenic. Artists and craftsmen thrive here, so you'll find gorgeous handmade goods, pottery, and textiles at every turn. Want to get your steps in? Take the ancient Camino Real Trail to the nearby village of Guan. Or better yet, join a walking tour and let a local guide you through Barichara's history and hidden corners. This is Colombia's best-kept secret, and it's charming the socks off everyone who visits. Number 7. Fernando de Noronha Archipelago, Brazil. Next stop, Fernando de Noronha, Brazil's slice of Atlantic paradise. If you've ever wondered what heaven looks like, it probably involves dramatic cliffs, turquoise waters, and dolphins doing backflips at sunrise. This UNESCO World Heritage Archipelago has only one downside: it's so beautiful, you'll hate leaving. With limited visitors allowed at a time, it's never overcrowded. And that's great, because you'll want the beach all to yourself. Think snorkeling with sea turtles, surfing some of Brazil's best waves, and hiking trails that lead to secret viewpoints where your phone signal dies blissfully. The best way to see it all? Hop on a catamaran tour. You'll cruise through the islands, feast on local food, and spot marine life that looks straight out of a National Geographic documentary. Noronha's price tag isn't exactly backpacker-friendly, but trust me, it's 100% worth it. This is the kind of place that ruins all other beaches for you, in the best way. Number 8. Los Roques, Venezuela. Welcome to Los Roques, Venezuela's answer to where should I completely disappear from the world for a while. This Caribbean archipelago boasts over 300 islands, each with flower-soft sand, clear as glass water, and a total lack of crowds. Basically, it's your own private paradise, minus the billionaire price tag. Los Roques is a national park, which means pristine nature everywhere you look. The coral reefs are spectacular for snorkeling and scuba diving, while kite surfers get their fix on the breezy outer islands. And the best part? You can hop between islands on little boats called lanchas, like you're in your own pirate movie, just with more sunscreen and fewer swords. Accommodations are rustic but charming. Think posadas run by locals serving up fresh seafood and smiles. It's off the grid in the best way, perfect for detoxing from your phone, your inbox, and that person who keeps sending just circling back emails. Los Roques is untouched bliss, plain and simple. Number 9. Isla Suasi, Lake Titicaca's best-kept secret and possibly the chillest island in all of Peru. While most visitors flock to the usual spots like Euros or Chiloé, Isla Suasi quietly sits on the northeastern shore of the lake, offering a peaceful, off-grid escape surrounded by water, wildlife, and wow-worthy views. What makes Suasi special? It's entirely privately owned, eco-conscious, and free of roads and crowds. The island is home to just one solar-powered lodge, where you can kayak at sunrise, hike to scenic viewpoints, or birdwatch while sipping coca tea. The local architecture blends into the landscape like it's part of the scenery, which it sort of is. Suasi is also steeped in Andean folklore and Quechua culture, offering a deeper understanding of the lake's spiritual energy. It's the kind of place where you reconnect with nature, read that book you've been putting off, and finally learn what silence really sounds like. Number 10. Chiloé Island, Chile. Welcome to Chiloé, Chile's mysterious, misty island where myths, seafood, and wooden churches collide in the most magical way. It's like stepping into a South American fairy tale, complete with sea monsters, ghost ships, and little wooden houses on stilts known as palafitos. Chiloé is famous for its UNESCO-listed wooden churches, some over 300 years old, and its rich cultural traditions that mix indigenous Mapuche beliefs with Spanish colonial influence. You'll find bustling local markets, hearty dishes like curanto, a seafood and meat feast cooked underground, and friendly locals ready to tell you tales that toe the line between history and legend. A full-day tour from Puerto or Puerto Varas will get you deep into the island's heart, visiting charming fishing villages, vibrant markets, and those iconic colorful houses. If you love foggy coastlines, quirky folklore, and fresh oysters, Chiloé is your dream come true. It's offbeat, unforgettable, and deliciously damp in the best possible way. Number 11. The Aysén region, Chile. Finally, we venture into the wild heart of Patagonia, the Aysén region. If South America had a final frontier, this would be it. Remote, rugged, and jaw-droppingly beautiful, Aysén is where glaciers flow into teal lakes, hanging bridges sway over roaring rivers, and nature throws its full force at you, in a very polite, please take photos kind of way. This is one of the least populated areas in Chile, which makes it a dream for adventurers and introverts alike. Road trippers along the Carretera Austral will find fjords, ice fields, and untouched forests, not to mention the famous marble caves of General Carrera Lake, because who doesn't love some photogenic geology? Whether you're hiking in Quilot National Park, kayaking past waterfalls, or just gawking at the scenery like a wide-eyed llama, Aysén delivers solitude in spectacular form. It's remote, it's raw, and it's perfect for anyone who thinks crowded is a four-letter word. And there you have it, 11 jaw-dropping, soul-stirring, crowd-dodging destinations in South America that deserve a spot on your ultimate travel bucket list. From the high-altitude magic of the Puna to the remote wilderness of Aysén, this continent is bursting with places that will leave you speechless, and probably a little sunburnt if you forget your SPF. If you're the kind of traveler who prefers secret spots over selfie sticks, these gems are calling your name. Remember, the magic of travel doesn't always lie in the big-name landmarks. It's often in the quiet corners, the misty forests, the unpaved trails, and the unexpected encounters with locals who make you feel like family. If you loved this virtual journey, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to Offbeat Wanderlust, and hit the bell so you never miss an adventure. Want even more Wanderlust in your life? Join our Wanderlust Weekly Dispatch. Link in the description for free travel inspo straight to your inbox. Catch you in the next Offbeat escape.